Tablets. Many OS players swear by theirs, and many new players seek to get one in order to get better. But before I talk about tablets, I have to first clear a common misconception. To become good at the game, you do not need a tablet. The stance on tablets versus mouse is purely based off preference. And if you do choose to get a tablet or to upgrade your old tablet, there is absolutely no need to pay an outrageous price for an old tablet from 2013, just because
number one player use it, I must use two.
But one cat, he's got a tablet, the vaccine, who's young potato? What is mouse?
shut up! Anyways, I usually see the 480 listing for the price of a new tablet to even more than a new tablet. At that point, just buy a new tablet. Nah. We don't need the new ones. We can find an old dirt cheap model that does the exact same. As I don't have every single old tablet available, I'll just be talking about the 460, but as most of them function relatively the same, there shouldn't be an issue. Now that we're talking about the 460, there are 6 models available. The first model is the CTH series, which are the tablets I have and the models that Kukizi and Nico used to use. Second model is the CTL series, which is the model that Wubblefulf used to use. The only difference between the CTL and the CTH is that the CTL has no touch functions and it doesn't have express keys, along with the pen it comes with not having an eraser. The last model is a model you don't need to care about at all. It's called the CTT series. It's a touch-only tablet, so basically a trackpad but big. Unless you're drawing and you actually use the trackpad and the express keys, you likely won't need to care about if it has express keys or not, so I'm just going to be referring to both the CTH and the CTL as the 460. For people that use tablets and OS, having a nice pen is very important, and for me, this pen is pretty comfortable. Unlike what other people say where the flat spot ruins it, I actually find it pretty good. The main difference between the 460 pen and other common tablet pens is that there's no outward flare near the tip. If you really don't like the lack of the outward flare on the pen, I suggest maybe finding a different tablet, or if you have it laying around, a 480 pen also works on this tablet. The weight of the pen is more akin to a ballpoint pen rather than the 490 or 472 pen, but in my opinion, those ones felt pretty cheap when I tried them. So if you do like a heavier pen that feels a little bit sturdier, this is actually pretty good. For the active area of the tablet, the 460 is roughly 15 centimeters by 9 centimeters. And for the 660, the dimensions are freaking huge. I'll just put it up on screen right there. But unless you're Zoodinator, you probably use an area the size of a Pokewalker screen, so it shouldn't really matter what model you get. This is coming from someone that uses quite a big area, and the 460 is just fine for that. I'm just going to brush over this quick as there's really only one thing you need to know. There's no smoothing in it. The only smoothing would be from software. Now, how do you actually get these? Now for finding it, the first thing you need to know is it has to have the tablet and the pen at least. Now this part won't matter if you plan on putting a cover on it, but just double check the surface and make sure it works fine. In terms of actually how I got them, I got my 460 on Kijiji, the equivalent of Canadian eBay, for $15. And I got my 660 for $20 after I negotiated down from $25. But if you can't find a specific tablet like this, just search for any of the older good ones, and you'll be set. For a model that I really like but I can't get my hands on, the Intuos 3 model is really good. It has really nice pens, no smoothing, and a nice hover distance if you do that. If you're getting a really old one, just make sure your area can fit on the aspect ratio, as the really old ones have 4:3 aspect ratios and 16:9. But if your area is really small, you'll likely won't have a problem. But if your area doesn't fit on the small 4:3 one, you can always just get a large 4:3 one, as the Intuos 3 goes from very small to big. That is an area even Zoodinator can't use. And now that Open Tablet Driver supports nearly every single Wacom tablet made from the past 2 decades, it just shows how many good tablets we have, but we don't realize it. In conclusion, old tablets are still worth it for us. So if you find one at a pawn shop, eBay, or Kijiji for a good price, pick one up. Alright, I finished the video. I'm really sorry. That took way too long to make. The last video I made is 5 months old already. I think it's approaching 6. Oh man, it's like I just gotta spit this out before New Year's. But Happy New Year to the people in 2022. Happy New Year.